Good evening, everyone, and thanks again for joining me on this YouTube channel where we'll be reading stories and doing some math videos. A couple things before we get started. I know that in the last video I asked for you to leave a comment if you were watching so that I could give you a shout out, and parents let me know that the comment section was not working, so I am working to fix that. But until then, I just want to thank all of those of you who let me know that that wasn't working, and give a shout out to some friends who I know were on watching that last video. So Germany, Aaliyah, and Travis, hi, I miss you so much, and I cannot wait to see you again soon. And another thing is, I know this time probably has us feeling really sad and missing school and missing our friends and recess and playing outside. So I just want to take a second and let's all think in our minds of something that we're thankful for that we get to do during this time. So for me, I'm super thankful to be hanging out with my family all day. My daughter's birthday is this Friday, so I'm glad that we get to spend the whole day together celebrating her first birthday. So if you want to pause the video, you can pause it and maybe talk to someone who you're watching this video with about something that you're thankful for that you get to do with this time off. And then we're going to get started. Tonight, our story is called The Midnight Library. This is a story about a young girl who runs a library at night, and she's got some assistants that are owls. And the reason that she's got owls as her assistants is because owls are nocturnal. I want you to say that with me. Owls are... That's right, they're nocturnal. And nocturnal is a big kid word that means that they sleep during the day and they're awake and active at night. So that's why they help this little girl in her midnight library, because owls are awake at night. So cool, right? Everybody say so cool. So let's get started. The Midnight Library. Once there was a library that opened only at night. A little librarian worked there with her 3 assistant owls. Every night, animals came to the library from all over town, and the little librarian and her 3 assistant owls helped each and every one of them find a perfect book. The library was always busy, but it was always a peaceful and quiet place until one night when... Bang! Crash! Toot! A band of squirrels began to play music. Shh! The librarian said, "Please be quiet in the reading room." Say, uh-oh. "We're sorry," said the squirrels, "but we're trying to find a good song for our next concert." "Then follow me," said the little librarian, and she showed the squirrels to the activity room. Silence settled upon the library once more, while the band played their instruments as loud as they liked. So I'm noticing that the librarian solved the squirrels' problem. The squirrels needed a place where they can practice their music, and the librarian showed them to the activity room. That tells me that the librarian must be a problem solver. Let's keep reading to see if she solved some other problems. Later that night, the little librarian was busy putting books away when suddenly it started to rain. "Oh dear," said the little librarian, "there must be a hole in the roof." But sitting on top of a bookshelf, she found a wolf, and she was crying so much her tears fell like rain. "What is the matter, Miss Wolf?" asked the little librarian. "Something very sad happened in my story, and I can't read it anymore," replied the wolf. "Please don't cry," said the little librarian, and she took Miss Wolf to the storytelling room. They read the book together until gradually the wolf began to smile. The librarian and her assistants knew the story had a happy ending. Let's pause right there and think a minute. Earlier, we said that the librarian must be a problem solver since she helped the squirrels. Think in your mind, how did the librarian help the sad wolf? If you want to pause, you can pause the screen and talk to someone who you're watching the video with. Ding, ding! The bell rang out as the sun came up. It was time for everyone to go home. One by one, the animals left the midnight library. All except for one new visitor. A tortoise reading slowly in the corner, and he would not move. I must stay until I finish reading this book, said the tortoise. I only have 500 pages left. Let us make you a library card, said the little librarian. Then you can borrow this book and take it home with you. How wonderful, said the tortoise, and how lucky I am. So it sounds to me like she might be helping solve the tortoise's problem too. Goodbye, Mr. Tortoise. Have a good day. So let's pause right here. It seems like the librarian just helped the tortoise solve his problem. If you want to pause the video, you can to talk to someone who you're watching the video with. The three owls and the little librarian gave the empty library a good dust and sweep. Then finally, it was time to find one last book, a very special book. I'm wondering what the book could be. A book of bedtime stories for 3 sleepy owls. Sleep tight. The end. So as we read our book today, we learned that our main character, the little librarian, was a problem solver. She helped the squirrels solve their problem when they needed a place to play music. She helped the wolf solve her problem when she was reading a sad story. She also helped the tortoise with his problem when he wanted to finish his book. Talk to the person that you're watching this video with about how the librarian found solutions to all those problems, and maybe even a time when you had a problem and had to be a problem solver just like the librarian. Thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you the next one. Good night.